Yes. Go to the easy table.
Okay. So, hello everyone. So, welcome to the Azure Developer Community YouTube channel. So, today we have Vishwas. So, he is a very good speaker. He has already given a lots of session on this Azure Developer Community, and today he will going to give some database, all those things, all those data security, all the what yeah. So the on the data right that you will be able to get. Okay. So yeah, so uh, I will before starting this session, right? So first of all, I will give you some brief introduction about the Azure Developer Community. Okay, so if you are new to the Azure Developer Community, so Azure Developer Community where we can learn and network and we can upskill the person, right? So who just started with Azure and who are also experienced, they can come here and they can give a session on it, and everyone can learn from it, right? So we are actually growing from very fast. Like right now, we around 10,142 member is there, and we actually around 100 plus cities. Okay, and there's n number of upcoming events you can able to see over here, right? So you can able to join, and wherever it might, there is a multiple meetup group if there, Bangalore group, right? Wherever you would like to be there in this meetup, you can join all those meetup, then you will get all those notification whenever this meetup will going to be happen, right? So yeah, so that's it from this introduction. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's get started. And yeah, so Vishwas, now stage is yours, you can start now.
Yeah, perfect. So, thank you, Aman, for introducing me. So, hey, folks. So, I'm losing my intensity for doing any slides from now on because a lot of times, I've been working on a lot of things on a lot of aspect. Like, data science is something which I do pretty much every day. Like, pretty much every day is like, okay, I'll be learning something or the other from archive.org. Siv.org. Like you can see, like I have just made a lot of other bookmarks and whatnot. I just love reading papers. I don't know why, but like I love reading papers. And the fun fact about this is like, this is an open source platform where it's all about like great number of authors, great number of speakers who just hop in and they just give their own scientific mindset to the world of AI and the deep learning. So even if you see my Twitter, I think probably you can follow everybody that I follow in Twitter because Twitter me like you get to learn a lot because I'll say you what because at the end of the day, what really matters is archive. Just go, just type in this archive. Some I don't follow because there's a reason for it because they regularly keep posting some things, and yeah, that's where my things doesn't come up. But yeah, computer language, human computer interactions, whatnot, and deep AI. I think you can follow any person from deep.ai and not deep dark. This is the deep.ai and the amazing set of papers which come up like these are segregated as the deep learning papers like they come in NLP, they come in computer vision. Most of the papers that I see here because my most of the work happens because of the computer vision itself, so I always work here and I start learning something new. So this is what I am. So data source, today we are talking about collecting data set and whatnot. Like we want something to be done from our side. We want, okay, hundreds of people to come in, just do this, that, and things like that. And pretty much, my everyday is filled with almost seeing what the data set does. Like, I was deeply inspired by a recent podcast that was done by Lex Fridman with Charles Isabel and Michael Littman. Fred, man, Charles Isabel and Michael Littman. I think there is two part for that, and with this is the podcast where he openly says that he doesn't care whether you copy the code, but I want to know how the data set works. Do you know it? And that's what he always says about a student. Isabel is from the Georgia Tech, and Michael Littman is from the Brown University, one of the best and top-notch universities for the deep learning research. And if you see Georgia Tech and what Brown University gets to the world, I think probably you will get to know, okay, this is what they're doing. Pretty amazing, right? And a lot of papers, in a meanwhile, wait, I'll even show you one of the I have done some docs, and what I've done is I've just segregated some papers in order with respect to the industry, and also some are very recent, so I didn't do that. So deep learning study material, this is there for you guys, so anybody can see it, anybody can take a look at it. It's already made public, so yeah, and I'll be giving you the view access, so you guys can go check this out because I want you guys to understand how far the history has evolved. Because neural networks started evolving over a course of time, and nobody had time to see how it evolved. But when I read all these papers, and I also pointed out to some amazing PhD theses as well. Michael I. Jordan is the guide to Andrew Ng. He was the PhD guide for Andrew Ng. And you guys can go there, check out their amazing papers, amazing PhD thesis as well. So you guys get to know that. Wait, I have done this PhD thesis. Lex Fridman. Yeah, wait. Yeah, this is the thesis that I'm talking about. This thesis, the visual recognition is from a scientist called as Fei Fei Li. Sorry, Fei Fei Li. Oh, Fei Fei Li is famous, by the way, and uh, and I always study their PhD thesis and whatnot. She's one of the pioneers in the way in which cognition was added into the computer vision. Earlier, if you see all the processes and things like that, it was all about like, okay, let's just get the equations, let it get mapped to something or the other. But she now got an really insightful cognitive biases and whatnot, man. These are some amazing scientists, and this is from Andrew Ng's thesis. Amazing thesis, just go and search for it. But this Lex Friedman thesis is something which is not that very relative, but has great insights about AI and systems. In the Machine Impossible, they do this authentication by the way he walks and the way he is moving, right? That is what it's all about. Like amazing theses. Like I would suggest you guys to go and study these PhD theses because they have set the gold standard for me, for the future PhD guys who are going out there. So whatnot, man. They are pretty amazing. So I would say that. So data source, according to the Sun system, which was all legacy, and nobody talks about Solaris, but Solaris marked the history of the databases because a lot of times there was this JVM. I know there was a guy who had this language called as Oak, and now it got evolved as Java. Then afterwards, Microsoft took it. Then they took it as Visual J plus plus, which is now the C sharp. What do you say? This .NET Walla developers and things like that, right? They're coming from that. So a brief history is like, when you look at this arc when you look at this article, it's always like, okay, they are talking more of the enterprise edition version of the Java and whatnot. But yet, there are some pitfalls in the kernels. There are some pitfalls in the way it was doing the kernel optimization algorithms and whatnot. Multi-threading. Oh, there is plenty of it. So this is what they gave, and afterwards, I told, okay, this is like the sweet and the crisp one which you can really go, and data sources are plenty. So let me just go to my OneNotes and write something. All right, so this is from a deep. Don't worry about that. New notebook. I need to do a new notebook. New section. Okay, let's just do something. Samples data set. I think if you guys want, just come and ask me because every time you guys come and ask me. But yeah, so not data sir, it's data set. So let me just give you a brief introduction about what is this all about that we are talking today, and what not do we want to achieve from deep learning system. So, and data set can be in the form of a text, it can be in the form of an image, it can be in the form of a video, it can be audio, and every field has its own way of computation, every field has its own techniques, every field has its own optimized algorithm and very well researched algorithms and whatnot. So all these are just ones and zeros. So what your CPU can understand is an X code. So it's all ones and zeros to me because it's an electronic annotation, but it's at the end of the day, your CPU understands hex codes. And it's inevitable. Your hardware, what you're talking today, is prone to something like bit flips. Bit flips are nothing but if there is a stream of one zeros, and if zero turns one and one turns zero, that is what your bit flips are. And these are some inevitable actions that take in like very extreme conditions like space has this kind of an extreme condition, like something like bit flips are so much. So what they do is they coat the entire chipset with the titanium and lot of things, like there is a lot. So forget the fact that there is an existence of all these things. But why I'm giving you this insight, because there can be some adversaries in your entire data set. So that's what it is. So now you have a text, now you have an image, now you have a video, now you have an audio, but your computer understands only ones and zeros and processes at hex. So what now? So every data set is unstructured, structured, and semi-structured. That's what they say, right? Structured, unstructured is something like it is very favorable to annotate and it's very favorable to get the relation. Unstructured is something like there are missing pieces in the same old puzzle and we need to get to know. And semi-structured is something like which is optimized to be structured, but yet it's not being optimized because sometimes we might lose something, sometimes we might not lose something. So that is where your structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. So all of these play humongous role until and unless you are getting something in your life. That is through a device, through a computational unit, whatnot. So text can be something like I am from Bangalore. I am co-hosting with Amin Ali. So his name is Amin Ali. So he's one of the co-hosts, and he was previously in the Confab. So the one which is attached to the Azure developer community and whatnot, man. Amazing folks. So do check them out. So yeah, that is what we are talking about. So he's co-hosting with me, and I'm from Bangalore. So I need not have to say that. So I is a missing piece of puzzle. I is still a missing piece of puzzle. So nobody knows why is there an I here, but I'm talking about it. So I'm talking with you. You know that I have some relationship with that I. But if I throw this to the same old machine, it doesn't know that this I, which I'm referring to, is for Vishwas. It doesn't know that. So that's where your insights and intent is required from all your data sets that you're collecting. So, quick introduction, your neural network and whatnot. So, I'll take a biology class right now. So, sorry for that. So, I didn't prepare much. I was always doing this function apps, web app, and things like that. So, I just came in random and I'm just doing the session here. So, don't worry, it's all structured because I've been doing deep learning for a very long time now. So, let's just do axon. There is myelin sheet. It goes like this, and there's a nucleus, and it's called as a harbor or the dendrites, and they start doing. So this is how your typical structure of a neuron looks like, and they always have that one sort of an communication entity. Like I know this is a very vague version of the neuron. If you want a very structurized version of the neuron, this is what your neuron looks like. Neuron diagram. So all of these evolved because of the principles of biology, and Ludwig is one of the guy who is what is this neuron, NEURON diagram. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Dendrites is called as harbor and the highest thing. So this is an axon. This is an soma, which is also called as the body, and myelin sheet, axon terminals. That's what it is. So All the computation happens because of the nucleus controlling neuron. And there is a computational unit at any given point, but now these just act as a buffer which just transfer information. But all the processing happens in the brain, and brain is the cpu and whatnot. We have been taught like that. And I'm from a ec, so I obviously know a lot from that. So that is what it is. So what your data set wants is, according to your recent days of programming, it's x train, y train, x test, and y test. I just want to say something, because all your data sets that you're collecting is always segregated into some sort of an instances, which is something like, we have collected this much amount of data, so let me just train 70%, 10% I will keep for testing, and other 10% is for validation. See, if you are a researcher who was writing some papers, your validation data plays a humongous role, because you have selected some random samples and yet you want to add some adversaries. You want to say, okay, our model is getting trained for this much amount of matrices, and test can be 80%, but your validation can give you 60% as well, because data points can be very randomly chosen, and probably modern age validations might not work, but you have to train for adversaries also. So adversaries plays a huge and a humongous role in all your data set collection, the steps involved in it, whatnot. So anytime that you think of all these, so this is what it is. So in a similar fashion, the same 10% or the 20% what you are finding here will now get mapped to here. And sometimes you also just go nuts and you're like, okay, we have done a lot and why to waste time? So let's not complicate stuff. So let's just do the same thing here. So let's just validate the same thing and gives the result. But your institutions like NIPS, ICLR, and they don't really take it. So yeah, that's what I have faced it. So I just published a paper, got it done, but one of the comments came in like, why don't you give too much of stress towards the validation? It comes, so you can't help that. So you're a researcher, you're supposed to take the feedbacks and get the things sorted, and that's what it is. So text, everything is always the same. So there are some tools like VOTT, visual tagging tool, CVAT from Intel. This is from Microsoft. And there is Label Studio, which is a hard text, whatnot. So Label Studio is like the gold standard for any annotation. So this is like the double star, or else put it star tending to infinity only. This is your highest priority, because companies like Nvidia, Microsoft is using it, by the way. Microsoft, and I heard that somewhere Microsoft is also using Label Studio. CVAT is something like, you it has a connectivity to OpenVINO, and this is a cloud from Intel, which automates your annotation process. So it's like you have 100 into 100 parameters. So what you, not parameters, so data set. So you have collected 100 into 100 images or something. And what you get is, okay, we have trained this much amount of things and we want to label it, but it's taking too much time. What you do is you throw it to the OpenVINO cloud. OpenVINO cloud is actually taking everything into a massive scale, because if you think something as good as Movidius, why did it select? Okay, fine. Let me just continue with that. Oh, it's because of that reason. Got it. My mouse is also in the same position. So it's called as Movidius stick. This is a neural compute stick. This is a very small factor of a compute, but there is something called as Jetson Nano. It's like it's like the steroids. No, actually, the wrong way of annotating the this one. So it's like neural compute stick on steroids. So it's something like it's bulked up. It's just like it has good amount of compute pattern. It has good RAM. It has good graphics, which is there. So let me just come to that. So Movidia stick is this. It is like a neural compute stick and whatnot. So before connecting, you need to connect a different amount of edge computes. Like you can think of Intel Coral is also a good one, but it's a TPU one. It doesn't fit into all the workloads that we are talking right now. So Jetson Nano is here. So Jetson Nano is here. So Jetson Nano is an amazing dev board, which is doing phenomenally good in industry. It's the gold standard for any edge devices that we are talking today. Like something like self-driving cars are being implemented through this, and many good projects have been done. So, oh wait, of course I do a lot of research on self-driving car as well. So wait, so wait, where is that? We all. I don't know. Where is my self? Ah, here it is. This is the self-driving car wala channel that we have, and we have good set of data set. We don't encourage anybody to subscribe to this because it's a very noisy data. All the data that I collected is on this channel only. So we released one version of the data set, which is less clumsy data set, but yet it's a very enriching data set. Like it took me around like a month to annotate all the data that I collected, and this took me around 10 days. The all the data set that I'm thrown here took me around 10 days to annotate, and I'm not supposed to on that because it's too bad for years. After collecting the data set, I was suffering from a lot of illness, and this is actually very recent one that we took. And earlier I used to take the data. It used to be so hectic for me. My God, what not? Like we had to work a lot on this, and annotation was another headache. Getting the algorithms right, whatnot. So a simple introduction to human level intellectualism. I think Simon Sinek is one of the most referred non-DevOps engineer in a DevOps. I don't know why, because most of the DevOps talks refer to his talks, which is there because it's more about the culture and the people which we are talking, and he talks about the culture and the people. So Gene Kim refers to him. John Willis doesn't. So Ben Rockwood refers to him, and amazing engineer. So what not, you guys can get to chance, you guys can learn a lot from these guys. And this is actually from one of my Seth Jurans is one of my most encouraged followable professional that I would always say, because his content is always more towards building yourself as a person, building yourself as an individual. It's not about tech. Most of the time, we all talk too much of tech, and he's a good ML researcher as well. So I would say you guys can go just just hear this talk once, twice, how much ever you want. It talks a lot of insights about what these and things like that. So let's just hop in. Let's just do something about the VOTT. VOTT is very simple. So we wanted to see how the annotations and all. So that's where I'm just showing. So we'll talk about how to collect the data and things like that. So yeah, let's just go collecting data. So let's say you have a Google image and you want to collect as many good images as you want. There is an extension called as wait, zip. Wait, I can even share you that. It's all in the Facebook. All right, it's going to go in a post, but yeah, download all images. It's called as a zip, and it's basically one of the most primary sources that I would say, like, download all images is the name of it. So let me just do that. Chrome extensions. So it's called a zip, and this is what I'm talking about. Oh, zoom it is not working. Zoom it should be working right now. So yeah, this is the zoom it. Perfect. If I go here, so this is the extension that I'm talking about. So if I just go click on it, you'll see the magic of that. So I have to go to the tab which I want to collect the data, and I want to click on it. So notice that there is this 87% and whatnot. So if you just give it some time, it will just collect all the data. The better thing is you just need to scroll down, and every data set which is there that you require will be collected in one folder, and you can annotate as many data set as you want. And I'll say you what's the pitfall of this entire extension that we are talking today. It's like this data set what I'm collecting is of images, so there is no text or anything which will be added, so don't worry about that. So yeah. It takes time because I just scroll down. I think probably it's going to add some more data sets in or something. But whatever it is, it's just going to collect you all the data, including this image will be there. I'm not joking, including this image, all these widgets, all the Google things and whatnot. So it will be there for you. So it's just taking a lot of time because this is how you collect an image data set from an internet. And the other way is you can go back to my thing and you can see how bad I've collected the data. So this is what I would say, like, just too hectic, people. I'm not even joking. It was so hectic for me, like 10 days, no sleep after collecting the data. Oh my God. We were not able to sleep at all. Like it was so frustrating for me to even think of something beyond it. And yeah, like we took it for a while and we just, yeah, it's now downloading a zip. It will be now in the zip file. And if I just go to this and show folder, yes, it will be there. I was doing some Azure stuff, so yeah, a lot of things are here. So let me just extract it. Let me just show you what has been done here. So it's extracting. It collected 168. Not bad, but it has some of its own stuff. So we have to just cleanse it and whatnot. So it's like collect, store, transform. Yeah, that's what I said, right? It's all it collects all this image, and there should be some sort of an SVG. Ah, there is vectors or nothing, but I'll show you what these vectors look like. Oh, it didn't come up. Wait, but it will come up because if you just go to it's just looking at the image. It will show it. All right. Okay, this is not affecting it because I don't know what has happened, but SVGs don't open in mine from a very long time now. So very simple. What I do when I'm doing a lot of things is I just go for the details and I see, okay, there is an outlier here, or else there is an image which can't be read by any of the sources. So what I do is I do control click, and it removes me all those webp files, and I do shift delete, all of it will be deleted. And even with this, you will see some pitfalls in the data set collected, because some images will not come out as what it is and whatnot. So you have to segregate every image by seeing, okay, do you want this data, do you don't want this data, and things like that. And I think I can show you one of the coolest way that I collected the data, because I think there was a space session which was done by Arvind sir from Elastic. He is an amazing engineer. Like, I think one day they came on with no slides, nothing. They just came in with one diagram, and I was like, they're explaining a lot with that diagram, and I was like shocked. Like, any person can do that. So current server podcast, that's fine. Like, what is this? Yeah. Abhishek as tech white people. Where is this? I don't know. Wait. Uh, Wait. Copy. Man, where is this? Wait. I don't know where did it, but yeah, like it was a data set which talked about like. Wait, I'll go to Arvind's. Right now, just open the Putrivu. Yeah, I had shared him this data set, so yeah, like I can. Man, where is this? Ah, this is the one. Data text space. Like it has its own pitfalls. Like it's like I just collected this data set from nowhere. Like I started, I just there is that auto translate stuff will be coming, right. So there are some pitfalls here and there. Like Vivek Raja talked, and I think there should be. Yeah, I have also talked some. Yes, thanks and something like. Yes, thank you guys for one thing. You gave me so much data today. Yeah, it's like space is amazing, and yeah, that's what I was there in the space, and I just collected this data out of nowhere. Like this is how we collect the NLP data. I'm not an NLP guy. Trust me, I'm not an NLP guy. Like I hate it because I tried doing it a lot of times, but like I didn't get it like completely. So this is how you collect the data. And if you want, you can do some web scraping. I think I have some GitHub for the web scraping as well. So I think GitHub for the web scraping. So you guys can go and check out like how I do this web scraping stuff. Like don't check out or something. Wait, Joe Duffy, the CEO of the Bloomy. I follow him, not he follows me. So web scraping, I think it should be there. Python basics, I think. I don't know where is this, but yeah, I still remember there was an. I don't know where is this Python Flask demo. I don't know, people. Where is my web scraping? But web scraping can be done. So auto web scraping is there in Python. So if you do that, yeah, of course, Krishna X came here. So automated web scraping using Python and cron, you can do anything with the Python and the cron library. Like also you can do something called as pip install zope. Zope. Zope is amazing. Like you get everything about like beautiful soap. Everything will be installed as a dependency, and everything starts working. And yeah, I think I can show you one of the ways which I tried collecting the data and it didn't work. Google Collab. I know this is an VM and that does not allow me to go apart from that, but I can show you that. Web scraping something. It was named as web scraping. I don't remember, but if I remember, I'll obviously web scraping. Yes, this is the one. It didn't allow me to do web scraping. I'll show you how. Bots came in. Bots came in and they just knew the pattern that I'll be doing, and this is the one. So yeah. See, this is the bot text that I am talking about. So it's a W3. Okay, fine. It does not allow you to web scrape sometimes. And 2019, last edited. God. Yeah, but I did some web scraping apart from that. No, it didn't come. It didn't come. So yeah, it's timed out and it came out with the captcha. Yeah, that's what it is. So it just scraped the web. This one. So what I was talking about is that firewall which connects you from not getting breached and whatnot. So you can also think of some WAFs and what you are thinking of this system architecture and things like that. So let's just annotate some data. Let me just go here. Let me just uh, do this. So all the things, you have this releases, right? You can just go to the releases. If you are in a different one, it's a dpkg minus I. Snap is there. Exe is what I downloaded. I can do it locally as well. So I think I had a project which I had done locally. So I didn't want to show that. So I was like, yeah, oh, I removed it. Fine. That's fine. All right. Oh, okay. Fine. Since I opened the online one, it doesn't affect me here. So yeah. So VOTT is here. So I do this display name. I say Vishwas annotate. I have no security key, nothing. So source connection, add connection. So there is something called as a display name, description, provider, Azure blob, Bing image search, and whatnot. So this is all from the global point of view. So there is a localized version, so I'll even show you that. So what you can do is, if you have something, and you can just add the connections from the blob storage, and you can start getting the data sets, and you have some bookmarks which have already been done. So what you can do that as well. But I would show you on this vivott as well. So error occurred while rendering the application, please try again. Oh, all right. So let me just do this control panel, because it's very easy to uninstall and install this. It's like 96 MBs or something. VivOTT uninstall. I think I've grinded it a lot because VivOTT is running fine. I'm going to close that. Perfect. VivOTT, where are you? All right, it got deleted right now. Yes, it got deleted. Perfect. So PQRSTUV. LMNOPQRSTUV. Yeah, VivOTT got deleted, and yeah, perfect. So what I can do is, now I can go to this package thing. I can install it right now. So it's like a kind of an 93 point something MB. So open when done. It just gives me that process. I wanted to show you how to contribute to this as well. So this is an open source package. So it supports NPM as well. So I'll show you how that NPM is going. So it is an open source package. You can download it. You can install all the things which is already there, and perfect. And you can go for the issues here, and these are some solved issues here. So there are some issues like authors who are always there. There are some labels like active learning, bug, CI/CD is also there. So you guys can see how much of issues have been there and things like that. So if you want, you can clone it, fork it, start it. Like I forgot to start it. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. So perfect. So you can start it. Why is not getting started? Am I out of this? Oh, fine, perfect. Whatever it is. So I'll just do this. Why is there an error? All right, wait. I got it. I think so. Okay. This StreamYard which I'm using is using the ports. I got that. Sorry for that. So yeah, this is what your rendering error is all about. So let's not take a toll on that. So let's just go on with the CVAT itself. So CVAT or Label Studio, anything works fine. So let's just go here. It should stop now, or else labelstudio.io. You can go install it as a pip package and whatnot. So I would say Docker. Docker is like the best version because you get all the commands. You can all do that. Because I wanted to show you some, so I just wanted to get in there. So yes. So let's just do CMD, Git CMD or others. That doesn't matter. So it's now taking from the Hardtext labs. Let me just do that. What is an Hardtext lab? So you can also contribute for this as well. So Hardtext lab, GitHub. Let me just go here. You can contribute to any of it. So it's a rendering error from because of other processes. If I go out and I do the this one, it doesn't work. So Heart Labs, GitHub. So it's Mitri Label Studio. You can raise the errors. You can always work on what is happening here or there and whatnot. So you always get a chance to know what is this. So there's a Docker file here. So you can see how the Docker file is there. So these are some manifest files which can be scanned, which can be, so Azure deploy JSON, man. You can deploy it on the Azure, you can deploy on the JSON and everywhere. Like this starts working. So it's now pulling and extracting. I wanted to show you this because there are some amazing tools which are hidden inside. Like something like Redis is always there. There is always this one cloud connectivity which you're always mapping towards. And man, this is crazy amount of work. But yeah, so as soon as it runs and as soon as I go there, it will start giving me the commands. So localhost 8080. So it's like isolated, quarantined environment. So it's like it'll not affect my other stuff. So you guys can go and contribute it. It's still a pip package, so you guys can go get that thing sorted. And yeah, I think it's not in a detached mode, right? Fine, localhost. I don't know. Got that. Oh man, got that. Okay. I think Docker is also giving me an error. I don't know why. Fine. I don't know, but it should have it done. By now, it should have it done. So let's not take it into anything. Like, let's just go and annotate some data. If not, this CVAT is there. So CVAT is still working. So yeah, I think Label Studio will take time, but yeah, it will come in the hand. So let's just go that. So you can contribute to any of it. It's still a pip package. I think there is an actions which is already been done. Yeah, there is already an actions which is already done. So deploy docs. Wow. They've already created the actions. And if you go here in the workflow files, the GitHub, workflows, docs, YAMLs, issue templates, whatnot. Like they have already done everything. Everything has been done here. So I hope nothing. Oh, it has started failing. All right. If not this, there is CVAT. Man, CVAT, CVAT. It has to work. Powerful and a consumer tool. It's free and online tool. So Docker, Compose, YAML. Of course, it will be there. And there is one more thing. You need to actually do a super user and things like that. Asian guide. Of course. CVAT, what I talked is from the. I hope there is no error. Discarding HTTP, Python hosted, label studio post. I hope. I thought of doing it on a bare metal OS and I didn't work today. I don't know why. But whatever it is, let's just get it sorted. Windows 10. Perfect. So it's CMD. I think I have CVAT already. It might give me an error because no, I don't have the CVAT in this folder, but other folders might have added. I don't know. So yeah, it's taking in. So yes, I hope this works. So I wanted to show you this. If I do Docker Compose up minus D, and I have to go for the localhost one. I think it's now taking the Postgres SQL Alpine, which is already there in the Docker file, which was already pulled it up. yeah, it will take time to get the things sorted. So if I do Docker compose up minus D all down, it should always be there. So pulling Redis. So yeah, I think I can explain this part because why is there a Redis involved? So there is always a caching which is always done. There's always that extraction which is always taking place at any given point. And yeah, pulling CMAT got work today because at least one demo I need to show because all the annotations everything will be the same, but I don't know why Vivo didn't work, Label Studio didn't work. I hope Label Studio worked here, but building wheel could not build wheels. Perfect. All right, I know. I don't know why. Yeah, I think a lot of software is installed, man. We all have a cloud-based instance, so don't get the complexity of doing it on a local system. But yeah, whatever it is. So let's just go on with the standing of what is required. So yeah, Redis is used for caching, which is a kind of an in-memory database. And if you see all these in-memory databases, it's always about the cache and persistence. So there is always an debate between which is to be used and what should be used, and it depends on your needs. Like it always depends on your needs, and there is always a way in which you can go wrong. Like even I can miss out some data. Like I can add this, I can think this is a book which is required, and I can leave it and I can delete everything, which is always give me some insights as well. So there is always that one chance. So this is where your cloud connectivity is also being taken care, and everything is being taken into consideration. Man, this has to work proper. Of course, this takes a lot of time because it's a first time install. So yeah, fine, perfect. So yeah, like we can also do that as well, but let's just do that image annotation online. So if you go for the RoboFlow, there is an YOLO way of annotation. So RoboFlow annotations. If you just go there, you can download as many data sets as you want, and you can work on any of it, and it still works the same. So it's always that working, and all the things will be there for you. And yeah, I think that's what it is. So it takes time, it takes really good amount of time, but yeah. Oh, I think I need to close my camera, but I don't know why this Label Studio didn't work, because Label Studio generally works. Label Studio. Okay, fine. Let's just go to Anaconda because I already have it in Anaconda. I think it should come. ಏನು ಮಾತು wait, I will get that. Wait, I think I have it in Anaconda. Like I remember doing it on Anaconda. Like yeah. So Conda list env. List env. Oh shit, this doesn't work. I don't know why my system is so slow, man. Oh god. Sorry for my system. So oh env. Tab autocomplete should work. Man, my system is so slow, man. Wait, should work. God, so slow. Wait, this is always there. Why is this? I don't know what happens, man. It's always that edge connectivity. Oh no, no, not this one. Stable studio. I don't know what's happening. This is so horrible. Generally, it starts working, but I don't know. Since I'm using a lot of other things as well, I think I need to clear all the environments here. So I think Kunda activate label studio. I think this was the name of the environment. So annoying. Yeah, it's there. Label studio is here. So yeah, I think this is perfect. Yeah, I had installed it, so it's here. Fine. So what is wrong with this? But this is how you annotate the data sets with the tools which you have, and these are some of the exceptional tools that you can really work on. Oh, it already popped up. Fine, but it's not taking the application. I think it should. Oh God, man. Oh, I got it. Trust me, my system is already gone. So yeah, this is what my system could do today, man. So sorry guys, I don't know, like today nothing, no, none of the demos are working. I don't know why, but for sure I'll make sure that I'll pin down the videos down below so that you guys get to know. Okay, this is how the annotation is done. I don't know, but it's taking too much of time here. But yeah, I'll just get it sorted. So thank you, Amin. Thank you for hosting it. I think don't worry about that. I will just make sure that I'll put a video in the comment section below in such a way that I will have all the annotations done and I'll show it to you guys.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Vishwa, for giving this demo. Demo is not done yet. Definitely you will going to do, right? Okay,
Yeah,
it's
of
happened
course.
to everyone. Yeah, it happened to everyone.
I
Never
don't
know,
know,
right?
like
What will
it
happen?
didn't work. Yeah, but yeah, fine, man. And
Correct,
it
correct.
has undergone a lot of toll and like I don't know my system. God damn. Yeah, fine, but
Yeah. So
so
yeah. Anyway, with a very wonderful session, and I think I hope that everyone will going to be learn a lot from this video and all those things. Okay. And if anyone would like to be part of the Azure developer community, so they can go through this one of the website which I have already mentioned in the comment section of this channel. You can go through it and you can join the Azure developer community if you are interested, and if you would want to share some your knowledge, you can share it. This Azure developer is open to all. Anyone can apply it. Yeah, so that's it. So thank you, Vishwa.
thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
once again. And yeah, bye everyone. Happy weekend.